now on BBC Prime, twice the style for your money, a whole hour of wardrobe changes.
Welcome to Style Challenge, which today promises to be full of pom-pom and circumstance, because our challengers today are members of a cheerleading troupe.
Give us an S! S! Give us a T! T! Give us a Y! Y! Give us an L! L! Give us an E! E! What you got? Style!
Well, thank you very much, Carolyn. Thank you very much, Kelly. But what was that all about? What is cheerleading?
It's basically supporting our American football team at the university where we both study.
Yeah? And what's it called, the team?
It's called Tyranno, which is Welsh for thunder.
Aha, so what's your team name as a troupe?
The Thunderbirds.
Yes, the Thunderbirds. But one thing, aren't you supposed to be... I mean, I love the pom-poms, by the way, but what about the sort of short rah-rah skirts and things?
Well, being in Wales, the rain and the wind and the snow, there's no way we're going to wear short skirts.
Don't forget the mud.
Yeah.
The mud, yeah.
But don't you play any away matches?
Yes, we do.
Nice warm places?
No.
Like Brazil or somewhere like that?
No, more of like Birmingham and Oxford and places
So
like that.
do you normally wear how many layers?
Well, today we've only got one layer on, but it's usually tights, 2 pairs of socks, a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, a polo neck, our drill top. Basically, we end up looking like Michelin men with no figures whatsoever. Oh,
Lord, well, I can see why you need a makeover from us. But what's the point of the makeover today?
The American football team are having an end-of-season dinner, and we would really, really like to look as glamorous as possible for our team.
For the lads?
For the lads.
Yeah, and is that the same with you as well?
That's right, yes.
You're both going?
We're sick.
Okay.
Sick and tired.
Well, standing ready on the sidelines for you, Kelly, ready to balk and tackle you into shape is award-winning hairstylist Errol Douglas, and in a league of his own, our all-American boy, beauty stylist Patrick Swan. And Carolyn, ready to blitz you to beauty, which will guarantee you a screen pass, our celebrity hairstylist Guy Kremer, makeup artist of the supermodels Jefferson, and to sweep you both to the prime position of style, fashion expert David Hayes. Please, touchdown with your teams.
Kelly, when was the last time you had a real restyle, I should say?
About 6 years ago when I started to grow my hair.
All right. So you haven't stopped, have you?
Not really, no. It's been going.
I don't know, can you see the length of Kelly's hair? She's got wonderful hair, you know. But obviously, I think it'd be good to do something different with it, because I've spoken to Kelly anyway, and she's very game for having something different done. But also, I think she needs to have something done because, you know, you're going to be 21 soon. Oh, no, 22
in 10 days.
22. So, you know, and it's obviously kind of, you know, she's a woman. I think her hair now is great. It's a great length, but it's a bit too long, okay? And for going into a style, I think you need something which is a bit more manageable, but also to do something which is still going to be good for you cheerleading. The one thing about Kelly's hair at the moment, it just lacks a bit of moisture, and it lacks a bit of style, and it lacks kind of body. Now, Kelly wants something to actually, you want to create body, and make it feminine, and yeah. So we're going to do that.
And it looks absolutely smashing as it is.
Oh, it does, but, you know, this is the next stage on. Kelly's ideal length is about here, okay? So quite a lot of hair is going to come off.
How much is coming off, Errol?
But the easiest way to do this, and then obviously I'm going to put in my, you know, my exact line, is to put it in a ponytail. You know, take it down. So when this falls away, I've still got, you know, Kelly's still got some hair to take away, really.
Are you going to let Kelly see before you do it how much you're going to take off or not?
She's going to feel it.
Yeah, what? Suddenly a great weight from her shoulders lifted.
It'll be gone.
Oh, can you feel that? Can you feel that? Oh, it feels terrible, doesn't it? Oh, no, not that much. Oh, no. That's more than 5 inches. I think you said 5 inches.
No.
12, I should think. That.
No, that's not 12. That's not 12.
Very nearly.
See? Even just doing that makes a bit of a difference. And obviously, when we're finished, we're just going to trim it up to make it, you know, look. Are you okay?
Okay, so what I'm going to do with Caroline there, she's been growing her hair. How long have you been growing your hair?
Nearly a year now.
Nearly a year.
Yeah.
So we come to the situation where this young lady has been growing her hair. She doesn't want too much off. How much can I cut?
About an inch.
An inch?
About an inch.
An inch. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to make her stand up because it's very important when you do a restyle that you see the height of your client. So Caroline, as you can see, is not very tall, and I want to really emphasize her height. And as you can see, the hair on her shoulder there is really shortening her back. So what I'm going to do, you said an inch, yeah? Can I have the help of the audience? An inch is about, excuse me, an inch is about there, isn't it?
A Gallic inch.
A French inch, yeah? Yeah? This is an inch. I always have trouble with inch and centimeter. I've been a few years in England and I still haven't come to grips with the inch and centimeter. Anyhow, I'm going to restyle Caroline's hair there, and I'm going to take it a bit shorter to give her a nice sophisticated look, but still very modern. And I'm going to make her hair look thicker, yeah? Do you want to sit down
It's
again?
actually me. I can see it's going to have a better shape straight away again.
I'm
really
going
can.
to
I'm not just saying that.
Okay.
I'm not just saying that.
An inch.
An inch.
I'm just cutting an inch.
Because these girls are watching American football all the time. If I don't say something you can genuinely believe, you'll probably give me a right bashing at the end of the
It's not just
show.
us, it's the whole team as well.
The entire
The
21 of you, or 15 or whatever it is.
That's
Yeah,
a French inch, huh?
So how did you get involved in this American football thing?
How did I get involved? Well, at the time, I was actually seeing someone who wanted to be on the team. He got on the team and I was getting sick and tired of sitting on the sidelines, waiting for him to finish a game. I noticed that they didn't have much support. So I went up...
Just you and...
Just you and the other girlfriends and other people that turned out. So I went up to the coach and I said, you know, give me the names of the girls that are interested. I got them all together and we started up the Thunderbirds.
So what's the sort of girlfriends team to start with?
Well, and supporters.
So how many teams are there in Britain at the moment?
There's, I think there's about 30 teams at our level, university level.
University League?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And then there's a senior league as well.
Yeah? And how good are you?
We're actually about the third best university team in Britain.
And what about because what is it? It's called the World League, isn't it? The sort of the main league in Britain.
The World League.
Do you have anything to do with those guys?
Not really, no. Apart from obviously supporting and watching what they're doing.
Yeah.
There's a possibility, I think it may be confirmed, that we're actually, there's an all-stars team for the university league, and I think it's playing as a preview to the Monarchs game at some point.
What, the Monarchs are the British team, are they?
The Monarchs are the,
or the English team?
Yeah.
So, do you travel around the country with the lads all the time, for all the games?
Yep, all the games, yeah.
What, in the same coach?
In the same coach, yeah.
So do they see you as one of the lads?
We are one of the lads, yeah. Honorary blokes, we are.
Honorary blokes?
Yeah.
That must sort of muck up the social life a bit sometimes.
No, not at all, because we just get classed as one of them, so, you know, doesn't cause too many problems.
But they're going to have a bit of a shock when they come and see you coming back like this, aren't they?
They will indeed, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, these two girls are going to look smashing.
They're going to look smashing. I think we're not going to go for the honorary bloke look, though. We're going to go for something that's very feminine. This is a dinner, they want to look good. They want to get out of all those layers. Yeah. So I think we're going to go for something like a slip dress.
Oh, wow.
This one's great. This is from Oasis. It's £45.
It's going to change her
exactly.
Her reputation, isn't it?
It's, you know, it's modern, it's simple, and it's actually not too dressed up.
Yeah.
And it's actually something you can do at home. You can almost use, if you've got like the velvet trim on here, you can actually do this at home and get trim from you know, department stores and do that to, you know, own clothes as well. So if there's something you had, you know, from Oxfam or whatever, you could do that. So it just makes it a bit more special, the trims and things. So either something like that, or maybe something that's softer grey, that's more steely, like this one from Topshop, which has got a cowl neck and it's in like a chiffon. So again, it's very feminine. It's not going to look like a bloke in this. It's going to look really kind of, you know, stunning. And to go over that, I think something like a jacket. There's this one from Warehouse. It actually looked too formal and too structured and too dressed up. And it's a lovely jacket, but I think for this occasion, I think she wants to feel, you know, more kind of approachable and softer. So I think something like this cardigan, which is by Karen Millen, it's special enough. It's in a sheer fabric with this lovely embroidery. but you know, it's going to be soft and much more modern. And I think kind of in that keeping with the clothes, it's going to look really kind of special still. I think to put with it, to kind of go with the antique feeling sort of on the embroidery, something like these jet bees, which again just look really, you know, very special and kind of as if you had sort of a family heirloom almost. And some great shoes, something like this, which are sort of blue-black ones, which are from Jones the Bootmaker, with a bit of a heel. So I think Caroline can, you know, do with a bit more of a lift, or something like that. And a beaded evening bag as well, just give her that really kind of feminine feel. So out with the layers and in with something that's kind of special, I think, definitely.
Caroline tells me she wants to go pretty modern, not too dramatic, but quite just emphasise, you know, what's already there. But she wants some strength in it as well. So I'm going to go for sort of like, I'm using a loose powder glitter eyeshadow here, just to bring her right up to it, you know. I mean, and if you can see the way I'm actually applying it, I'm not sort of like doing your average lines across the eye now. I'm actually just dropping the powder. Look up for me, Caroline. Just dropping the powder down.
Yeah.
Actually, and I'm using two different shades here. I'm going for a grey and a lilac. And it's sort of, can you see that?
Okay, you've got lilac sort of right in there at the
That's
moment.
right, yeah, and I've actually let it drop all the way down here as well.
Yeah.
So it's going to look quite close to me. It'll look dramatic, but it won't look over the top. It'll look quite stylish anyway. And also, I think we're going to sort of put a lot of strength in the lash. I'm not going to do much to the eyebrows, I mean, because they're quite strong on their own, so I don't want to add any colour to it. So I'm actually just going to sort of like coat them with like a gel or something. But I just like the idea of, well, you can just play with it. I mean, if this was ordinary eyeshadow, like a, you know, pressed powder or something, I mean, putting it down there, it just wouldn't look right. Another nice idea as well is to actually shade in up to the brow, sort of like here. And to use that, we'd go for sort of like a beige. Because I'm not colouring the actual brow, I need to shade and shape the nose part as well. Which will just give me some more emphasis on the eye to open it up. And also I'm going to put some nice darker greys in and things like that.
Do you normally wear much makeup or not?
No, not really. I'm a scientist, so I don't tend to wear it in the lab.
Scientists are allowed to wear makeup.
Yeah, they are.
Just don't feel very glamorous when you're in your lab coat and you know, don't feel like you should be wearing makeup at all.
I think it could look quite nice. All white and lovely colours.
Do you use things like moisturisers and those kind of things?
No.
Even though you're out in the open air a lot?
That's a good tip for her as well as it goes, because there is an actual cream that you can actually get from Clinique called a Weather Everything cream. And what it does, I mean, because you're outside all the time and also you're inside, you're in different environments all the time. So what the cream does, it actually balances up the skin and reacts to whatever weather you're in. That's a good one for you there.
That's a good one, yeah.
Thanks for reminding us there, Ross.
Quite all right.
What I'm doing today is, Kelly was telling me that what she really wants to do, she wants to feel glamorous. And again, she's at that age where really you start to cross over and you start to feel as if, okay, now it's time to be a woman. You know, she's, you know, in her last year of school, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
And it's, you know, time to start polishing your look together, because not only is she going to be out and getting a job, but I can tell from this makeover today, there's going to be man knocking at her door, and that's the whole idea. Is we want to make her feel as if she can go out and have the confidence of feeling both glamorous and looking it as well. So what I did is I started today with a little camouflage cream, because I really felt as if Kelly's complexion is so beautiful on its own that she doesn't even need to think about using foundation, that just using a little bit of the camouflage cream around her eyes will make a little base for her eyes. So whenever I put some eyeshadow on it, she'll be able to just put the eyeshadow over, and it'll last for hours. So when she's out doing her evening, which is going to be very special for her, she'll really feel as if, and look up please, she'll really feel as if her makeup is going to last throughout the whole evening. And that's the nice thing about this camouflage cream, is that actually it dries into the skin, and it really makes the foundations last all evening. And that's one reason why I like to use it.
If it's straight onto the skin, will it not last so well?
Sometimes you find that in many the eyeshadows, they'll crease if you just put them on their own. Where I find if I use a base such as the camouflage cream, that actually it does hold the eye makeup for much longer. And close, please.
So with pale skin like Kelly's, are you going to use pale colours?
Well, I feel since she wants to look a little glamorous that we should be a bit daring. So what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd go after this. Now this is a sort of a glittery color from MAC called Maroon, and it's quite dark as you can see. But again, a lot depends on the touch. And if you put it on very lightly, I think that we'll be able to bring her eyes out because she's got these beautiful long lashes, which I'm going to talk about mascara next. But I thought if we just put, and close please, just put a little bit of this just right at the lash line, that this will really sort of bring her eyes out. And again, the nice thing about this is, again, it's a lot has to do with the touch. If you feel as if it's too much, you can just buff it right down. And just look straight ahead for a second. And you can see it's just a little bit, and again, it enhances her blue eyes, and that's the whole idea. I didn't want to use any colors that we're going to take away because they're just so beautiful as it is.
And it makes her eyelashes look about 4 feet long.
Well, that's another thing. Whenever you've got very long lashes, sometimes using mascara can become a very frightening thing because you suddenly feel as if you've got all these lashes. And I think one of the secrets many times is after you've put your mascara on, if you just go over with your fingers, you can take that bit off on the ends, and you'll feel as if you're just making the emphasis right at the root. And just look down here. Now what I'm using a mascara by Christian Dior, which is a little bit more expensive, I think, than what a lot of people would spend. But again, if you've got red hair, you're a bit of a special case to begin with. And you want to make sure that you really get the mascara right down to the root. And as you can see, I'm really going right down to the root and not spending so much on the ends. And I find many times that's another mistake a lot of people make, is they're very sort of self-conscious about putting mascara on. So many times they'll put it at the ends as opposed to at the root. And again, being, you know, redheaded in color, many times those lashes are very pale, and blondes many times suffer from this.
You wouldn't put black on some of Kelly's...
You know, you could, but, you know, again, Kelly's, she's just starting her adventure into makeup, so I think that many times black might be a bit hard. Where I think this color, because this is just red enough that it'll match her eye color. And look down, and again, being a redhead, many times you have to go over and do the top, because the secret is, when you have got really pale lashes like this, is that you really get it right down to the root, both on the top and the bottom.
Are you an American football fan? Do you have a favorite team?
Oh, sports? Are you kidding? When I was a kid, instead of waiting to watch sports, I was waiting for the next issue of Vogue. I mean, sports and I don't know anything about each other. The last thing I'd ever know is that sports.
That was a pretty silly question for me to ask, though, wasn't it? I sort of knew as soon as I asked that, I thought, this question's not going to work.
Makeup people and sports just don't go together.
Well, we're going to go for a bit of a supermodel look. There's lots of young supermodels who've got auburn hair. It's a very kind of fashionable thing to have. And one of the designers that the old supermodels love is Matthew Williamson, who's a young British designer who's really up and coming. And he goes for really bright colours. Like Kelly really sort of sticks to black and green to kind of, she's really frightened to mix things with her hair. She was mentioning maybe wearing a red dress. Now, this is a great kind of crimson dress, which is from Next, which is £40. I mean, reds are difficult. I think you have to be in a red mood. And if you're not feeling, you know, that kind of aggressively together, I think sometimes it can be a bit too much. So we might go for something a bit more muted. Like this dress from Oasis. It's got more muted tones in, and it actually has a bit of a lilac shimmer, so we might even put it with, again, with a cardigan to give a softer look, like this cotton cardigan from Marks & Spencer, which is a really soft lilac, which I think, it sounds crazy, but I think it would actually work really well with her hair, that kind of lilac shade. And basically the whole kind of feeling that this designer, Matthew Williams, had, it's very much about embroidery and about surface detail, like this dress from Zygo, which has butterflies on. That's very much inspired by his look. So it's all very pretty and very feminine. And say it's a favourite with the supermodels.
It's pinker colour for this year.
Pink is a very hot colour. And you might think pink with auburn hair is difficult, but I think you try different shades, and some are going to work, some aren't. But I think, you know, I think you have to be brave, definitely. And obviously Kelly has glasses. I know it's quite extravagant to maybe have 2 pairs of glasses, and the glasses she's got are great, but something like this, like from Red O'Dell, which are very young, they're very trendy, would be perfect as a kind of evening glasses. And then we're going to give her a great bag, and just kind of, you know, some great shoes, and just make her feel like a supermodel.
Fabulous colours again.
Exactly. So she's not going to be afraid about colour. We're going to push her into colour, and she's going to look brilliant.
She's going to look stunning. Time out! Time to prepare our cheerful challengers for their moment in the mirror. So, have our stylists managed to score enough points to guarantee our challengers success in playing the field? Please welcome back the glamorous Kelly. welcome back the charming Carolyn. Now, just remember, there are no mirrors backstage. They haven't seen themselves yet. But just remind us as to what you looked like when you came in.
What I was wearing for cheerleading, black tracksuit bottoms, white trainers, and of course that big baggy blue drill top.
Yeah, and quite a lot of hair, of course.
A lot of hair,
Well,
yes.
you still have quite a lot.
It feels a lot lighter.
But are you ready for this?
I think so.
Yes, let's swing that mirror around.
Not Michelin Man in sight, I think.
What do you think?
Not Michelin Man in sight.
No, Michelin Man inside, absolutely. Supermodel, more like.
I don't think so.
David, how did you do this?
Well, we kind of started, we went for the kind of the glittery look. So with the shoes, which got great legs, Kelly, anyway, but with the high heel, really emphasise her long legs. This brilliant dress, which is in a mauve with the beading, which is really rich, and the cardigan with the velvet trim, and the bag that matches, and the jewellery, and of course the glasses by Roger Day, which are really trendy, that really set off the hair and the makeup. Just looks fantastic. Every inch a supermodel.
Thank you.
Absolutely smashing. Well, let's go and see what's happened to Carolyn. Well, this is quite a change, but just tell us, well, what you were wearing when you came in.
Wearing exactly the same as Kelly.
Yes, you were, weren't you?
Yes.
Yes, my memory is getting shorter and shorter. Are you ready for this change?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, come on, let's get the mirror round. So what do you think?
Oh, it's impressive. Come back to short hair again.
It is impressive,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is, yeah.
David, tell us about this.
So we've gone for a very feminine look again. Get some really nice strappy shoes that kind of set you off, and the beautifully beaded dress in the grey, which again is really great with your hair colour. The black beaded cardigan, the jet jewellery in the bag, of course with the great hair, which I think is fantastic. You look like a 20s film star. It's brilliant, so glamorous.
Yeah. So do you still feel like one of the lads?
Not looking like this now. I hope I still am one of them, though. Part of the team. Thank you very much. It's great.
Wow, what a successful conversion. A huge thank you to our stylists for their hard work and to our cheerleaders who can step out in style at their dance. But what do you think of this one?
I'm impressed.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
pretty impressive.
Amazing.
Kelly, what do you think, Carolyn?
She looks like something out of the 20s.
Yep.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Great. Well, join us again soon for more cheerful changes on Style Challenge. Bye-bye.
Stay right where you are. The transformations continue in just a moment.